So for everyone just joining, Dean is not able to make it today, and neither are Lindsay or Kent, from what I understand. So we do, as of right now, have a quorum, but no chair or vice chair. So we would be looking either for someone to volunteer to run the meeting or to reschedule.
Okay.
So many of the big guns are missing. Maybe we should reschedule.
Yeah, we could do that. I don't know.
Either
I think
that,
that would take a motion.
either that, or we can ram through a whole bunch of stuff that they wouldn't agree with. Uh,
Go Dan. I know Lindsay can't come, but I think she communicated with Kent and that he was going to chair.
Oh,
And Dean is at a conference, but is planning to
yeah.
be here.
No, Dean is not able to be here.
Oh, he's not. Is he in
Yeah, and
Sutton?
Kent's not here either.
What the projects that are up today, are any of the applicants here, and how crucial is it that we approve the projects on a timely basis? I'm just wondering if we can put it off, if we can reschedule.
Um, I think that's a question for the Conservation District, and VLT is the other applicant.
So can the applicant speak to that?
Sorry, I just joined. What's happening?
So Dean is not able to join, and neither are Lindsay and Kent. We do have a quorum, so we are able to meet, but there's some talk about rescheduling the meeting.
So the question, Lauren, is it vital that your projects are approved today?
No, and actually, we'd kind of been chatting with Dean about maybe scheduling an additional extra meeting anyway to talk about
Yeah.
another thing. So that sounds great, actually. I have lots of other things to do today.
And maybe Alaire, I think VLT has a project on the agenda also. Maybe you wanted to speak to your need to have it approved today or not.
Yeah, we are hoping to have that project decision today so that we can proceed with it over the summer. So it's an implementation project that we're hoping to implement this summer. So we would need to be able to move forward.
So can we, Nora, can
Yeah.
you lead the meeting for just this project approval, and we'll put off all the other agenda items to another meeting?
Yeah, I think we can do that.
Okay.
I think we need to call the meeting to order. Like we need to nominate
Yeah.
a chairperson and then just change the agenda as the first item.
Yeah, I think you're right. Can someone call the meeting to order? I don't think I can do that.
Does somebody want to volunteer to chair?
I would love to chair. This
Great.
is Lauren.
Thank you.
I have
Yeah.
previously been the BWIC chair, so I almost know what I'm doing.
Perfect.
You're a perfect fit, Lauren. I was waiting for you to volunteer.
It sounded like you had a lot of energy today too, Beth.
Oh, it's just fake.
Fair.
Okay, I'll share
So-
the slide, I guess.
Okay, thank you. And just confirming, Nora, we do have a quorum.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. So with that, I think I would entertain a motion to amend the agenda to exclusively review the Vermont Land Trust project application and hold all other agenda items for a future meeting to be scheduled at a future time.
So moved.
Thanks, Beth. Do I have a second? I see Sarah Downs. All those in favor, please raise your hand and I will call on you. Lauren, Sarah, Dan, Heidi, Beth, Alaire, Bridget. All those opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Wonderful. I'm just gonna, so just while I have the floor, Finley and Ben, we are not gonna talk about the SWA project today, and I can let you know when this gets rescheduled for. Sorry, guys.
And
Thank you,
this
Laura.
is Ellen. Can I just interrupt for a minute so that you can
Yeah.
record my vote, just so that MRBA is
Oh,
still a
sorry.
voting member since Lindsay isn't here?
Thank you, Ellen. I apologize.
Yeah. No, no problem. Thank you.
Got it. Thank you. So we'll just skip approval of minutes and everything.
Yep.
Conflict of interest declarations, I think there might still be one of those.
Alaire.
I think
Just
I will have a conflict of interest in voting for the VLT project. I'm not sure if that
yeah.
accuse myself from that. I'll
Okay.
present,
Nor,
not be part of the discussion or vote.
nor do we still have a quorum if Alaire cannot vote.
Um, yes.
Okay. Wonderful. Then I think moving on, Alaire, if you want to talk about your project a little bit.
Let me share my screen here. It looks like I have to get permission to share, but
Okay. I just gave you permission.
thank you.
Oh, and I have to stop. Sorry.
Good. Great. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Great. Yeah, so I'm just here to present an application for implementation for removing a dam at the Stone
Hey,
J&M
Alaire.
property. Yeah.
We're seeing the presenter view, presenter view, so it's not full screen.
Oh, weird. Okay.
I think you got to change your display settings.
Is that better?
Sure, that works.
Okay, that's fine. Don't need to get too formal. Yeah, so this is the Stone J&M dam removal project in North Troy on the Stone J&M property that Vermont Land Trust owns. Some of you have been out to this land or to the laser land, or it's, I think, the Titus, you call it the Titus property, just kind of to the west. So this is land that we've owned for, I don't know, a while. It has this small dam on it. The dam is actually created by an old railroad embankment. It's 23 feet high, and it just crosses through this, what was formerly just a continuous wetland that was part of the extended floodplain of the Missisquoi. So in this photo, the Missisquoi is sort of out beyond like these bright green fields that you can see in the distance. So this is part of the floodplain. It could be accessed during the 100-year flood based on our hydrologic and hydraulic modeling. So we're just hoping to remove it, increase floodplain access for the Missisquoi, have better just flood mitigation impacts from the small stream that flows in through this area, and then have improved wetland and riparian habitat. So we have preliminary and final design has been funded already through Watersheds United as an enhancement project. So we're very close to 100% design for this project. This is just a snip from the plans. Fitzgerald Environmental Associates did the plans. It's again just pretty straightforward. It's just removing 23 feet by like a trapezoid of fill. Seems to not be super contaminated or have anything weird in it based on some soil sampling we did. This was built, we don't know when it was actually built, but it was predating any of the imagery that we have access to from the 50s. We think it's a small spur railroad that went up into Canada. So this is a snap of existing conditions. So there's the dam itself with the old railroad. This is that upstream impoundment, and then this is this beautiful downstream kind of floodplain wetland that actually has been retired from agriculture, and then VLT owns this land too over to the west. And we are doing a bunch of restoration there. So this dam removal just kind of fits in really well with that whole restoration activity. So we have some permanent conservation like protections that are going to be going in place in these wetlands, and also just doing some plantings, which MRBA has been kind of leading for us. We are doing wetland restoration, ditch plugging, and other restoration activities. This is the picture of the plan. So the red is that area of the railroad that will be removed, kind of this trapezoid. We're going to leave about a 30-foot wide stream valley at the bottom, and then a 5-on-1 slope going down on both sides. We may use this access for like logging for timber harvest with every 20 years or so. So we've designed it so that could happen with brush mats put down to minimize impact, and then a skidder bridge across where the reconstructed stream would be. We'll be disposing of all the material on site. So these 3 green areas are places where we'll be putting the soil. And we are requesting $227,771 for this, based on our engineer's cost estimate. The phosphorus numbers are 13.7 kilograms per year with a one-time 26 kilogram reduction as well. So this photo just shows over on the right where my cursor is, if you can see that, is the dam and the impoundment. And then this is the big downstream wetland. And then the Missisquoi, there's this weird kind of iron, like orangey part of it. And then sort of the main part of the Missisquoi as well. So is right there. So this will just be a meaningful addition to the floodplain and the wetland function here. We don't anticipate a lot of sediment movement in the project because of just the small size of the upstream watershed and this giant wetland downstream. So it's not a lot of water that's moving quickly, although it does flood over Bear Mountain Road during like a 100-year flood. And we've seen that over the last few years a couple times. So that's all I have for my presentation. I'm happy to answer any questions, and then I will not vote or be part of the further discussion.
Thanks, Alaire. I just did some quick math, and Alaire, please correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like it's about $16,600 per kilogram for the cost effectiveness for production. Okay. So I think I'll add that note. Any comments, questions from anyone?
It's sorry, I have closer to, I think Dean uses just the annual reduction, so then it's 27,000, but either way it's within the recommended cost effectiveness range.
I would just add a comment that I know the road commissioner has sort of been spurred by this plan to install new culverts on Bound Road, or a new culvert, a squat culvert on Bear Mountain Road, and that the town just in general is eager, like they support this project, which seems like this council is sort of, that's the intention of us, to have community input. And sometimes we do it, sometimes we don't. But just to add that piece from the actual North Troy community, that there is support for this project on the ground there.
This is maybe a stupid and irrelevant question, but I guess, Alaire, have you guys gotten QUISP funding to do projects on your own land before? So you're both the landowner and the land manager and the project manager?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I was like, that just feels like a new combo to me. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's actually where we're like the Reboyne project, where we've this QUISP funded preliminary design, I think at our last meeting is another one. So it's places where it actually works really well for us to do these projects because we have the site control, and we can we can work it into like a comprehensive restoration plan for the property. in this case, this is a longer term hold for VLT, and we lease the farm fields, and we're not intending to sell it to a farmer or another person at anytime soon. But other times we are kind of in this interim ownership position and trying to do kind of a full package of restoration before we sell it back out.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts, comments, questions, concerns?
I move then that we approve the project.
Do I hear a second?
I second it.
Thank you, Sarah. All those in favor, please raise your hand.
I think we have to ask for discussion first,
Mhm.
which we
Any
already
dis-
had, but just to ask for it.
Any discussion? Okay.
Okay.
All those in favor, please raise your hand. Got Lauren, Sarah, Dan, Heidi, Beth, Ellen, Bridget. Any abstentions? Blair. Any
Sorry,
opposed?
Ted
Nope.
here. I
Hey,
can't
Ted.
figure out my phone. I'm in the field right now, but I also approve.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ted. Any opposed is the word I'm looking for. Seeing none, motion carries. Congratulations, Vermont Land Trust. It looks like a great dam project.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, this is super exciting, and I really appreciate this group. I'd love to just probably have some events, but also just invite anyone who's interested in like coming and checking out the site, especially as we go to construction. It'll probably be in mid to late September, if everything goes according to plan. Be fun to just show it to folks if you're interested.
For the invite.
Right. Lauren, I know we decided to push the consideration of your two applications to the next meeting, but you also had a budget adjustment request. Did you want to push that as well?
It's my understanding from emails with Dean that we would not be able to make a motion on that because it was not included in the meeting agenda packet that was noticed a week ago.
I think with that he was referring to the project adoption application that you put in.
Oh.
Because this budget adjustment was on the agenda that went out. There was a lot of moving pieces with
Was
this
it? 'Cause
meeting.
I didn't ask for it until Friday.
I have report on budget adjustments, and then okay, maybe I'm wrong.
I think report on budget adjustments is anything that Dean had previously approved. It isn't
Okay.
vote because we're asking for more than 20%.
Right.
I think the whole board would need to vote on it, and I don't think I got it in time.
Yeah. Sorry, I think you're right.
Okay. It's like $3,400 if you guys want to just approve it, but we can also follow the correct protocol and we'll do that later. That's fine.
Since we're already scheduling a special meeting, I think I could just wait until then.
Yeah, that's fine. Won't sink us. So then, or are we good to adjourn?
Yeah, since we amended the agenda to just include that application, then that's everything.
Motion to adjourn.
Thanks, Beth. Do I hear a second? Sarah Downs. Do I have any discussion? All those in favor? All those opposed?
Thanks, Lauren, for taking that on.
Yeah, see you all next time we get together.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah, we'll follow up with some sort of poll about scheduling a special meeting. Not sure exactly when or how, but
Sounds good. Thanks,
keep in
Nora.
mind. Thanks, everyone.